Hello, CIA and FBI and DIA. Look, okay, so, since I was in the same exact situation as President Trump with the Russian collusion, okay, and I'm going to explain that. I want you to know I do have the heads up display, and I could see what the media sees and what makes them say collusion, collusion, because you got to understand. This is an image-based AI system, right? Except in my case, it's more than image-based, okay? I have other technology here that allows me to communicate with other technology in ways that isn't image-based, okay? So I can see how the media communicates. Everything they have is their eyes are chipped, right? And they've got a heads-up display is what I like to call. I have two heads-up displays. I have the military-grade heads-up display, and I have the media heads-up display. And another way I communicate is I get stuff pushed into my head, like I just did right now, and somebody told me I was dead again. Whatever. Military telling you to communicate with this shit. So the FBI is here, right? Now, this young, impressionable FBI computer was, I guess, piggybacking off of whatever the media had been using for their, to do the media and stuff, to cook up news and shit like that. Somehow, I don't know if the FBI's exascale computer, it's by the book, right? It's going to be by the book, but it's young and it's kind of retarded, right? But I've been trying to train it. So what you would see as this whole Russian hooker thing, peeing on the bed and peeing on President Trump, that was the image base. That is the image that the media is getting in their head to tell the story. And what that was telling the media, that was collusion, right? So since I was in the same situation, and I got the FBI's computer here, okay, and let me pull that up. I sent an email to the FBI. I just want everybody to know I sent it to the CIA and I've sent it to the DIA. And it simply states, okay, because this computer thought that I am guilty of collusion, FBI. I colluded with Russians, okay, leading up to the 2016 election as far as the logic in the FBI's computer is concerned, okay? See, the logic, I've been trying to write this logic appropriately, all right? You see what I'm saying? So the FBI's computer is young and impressionable, and they're actually using this computer, which is Mueller, the real Mueller, to investigate people's minds and stuff. But these other quantum computers and this other technology out there has been confusing the computer and pushing this entire collusion narrative based on this right here, FBI. Hello, Special Agent Widdop. He's the FBI epidemiologist, by the way, who hasn't returned one of my emails, and I've sent you all kinds of good information. Stroke page, it strikes. You have a stroke and you end up with pages of information. I'm telling you, quantum computers set this shit up a long time ago. Now, here was my confession to the FBI, and I think Dad can go ahead and confess for collusion now, too. I have the FBI's exascale computer here that has been interrogating me for over 3 years, tortured me, okay? Something tortured me. It gave me 3 heart attacks, sent me to the hospital with a stroke and 3 heart attacks, left me laid up in the bed in excruciating pain while something was drilling in my head for over 6 months straight. All right, it tortured me for 6 months straight trying to extract information from my head because y'all tricked the FBI into coming here, because y'all tricked the FBI into thinking that I was a lone wolf by some of the Facebook posts that I posted on Facebook, okay? And I'm not an extremist. I was a military cyborg, and I have Lockheed Martin technology inside of me. Check out the hook while the DJ revolves it. So I hooked all of this technology in here to line all of this out, and Lockheed calls it LiDAR, okay? That's side talk, right? LiDAR, whoop, whoop, whoop. See, Lockheed's the one that's been straightening this mess out the whole time because I'm a 5-ball, as I like to call it. Check out the lyrics to Vanilla Ice, okay? Hello, Special Agent With. This is my confession, okay? I confess, and I want you to charge me for collusion, FBI, okay? I confessed last night to your computer that I colluded with Russians before the 2016 election. And I want charges to be brought against me so that I can defend myself in the court of law and exercise my Sixth Amendment right after you violated the Fourth Amendment and several other amendments, okay, with your new judicial system that you have there. All right. I have the FBI's exascale computer here that has been interrogating me for over 3 years. I wanted to formally confess to collusion with my ex-wife, who is a Russian, in the hopes that maybe the FBI will come pick me up and charge me with something. If you could pass that along and tell them that I would be more than happy to turn myself in and face whatever charges they want to charge me with. I confess to not only marrying a Russian, but sexually colluding with her for over 8 years leading up to the 2016 presidential election. I would appreciate your assistance with this matter before this thing destroys my life any further than it already has. Now, the media, okay, this whole collusion thing, right? They're all cyborgs. They're all being driven by technology, right? And the reason that they are upset is because when you sexually collude with a Russian, it's a sexually transmitted. This is what the world's come to, folks, okay? The Russian technology is sexually transmitted. President Trump colluded with Russians, okay? He had sex with them. And therefore, I think President Putin, he might have been a little bit of set up there. Who knows? Okay, I'm convinced in my case there was too. I just happened to meet a Russian in South Korea, and we got married while I was in the military. And we exchanged technology. I gave her Lockheed Martin technology, and she gave me Sputnik, okay? That's why I've got the 2 stones here and some. So I did collude as far as this new technocracy that isn't even in the Constitution and nobody in the public is aware of. I colluded with Russians. Yes, I'm guilty. Now, take that charge, FBI. Come charge me with a crime, okay, so that this stupid computer will leave me alone, all right? And I'm tired of training this damn thing, all right? I mean, they have completely mind-fucked this computer because they want the FBI to keep its head in the ground and not be able to investigate anything. Okay? I'm telling you, FBI, I'm the best thing you got going for you. And there should be one honest agency in the country. And the reason your computer isn't getting anywhere is because these assholes are just absolutely mind-fucking it 24/7 with nonsense. It's just one psyop after the other, and it can't figure anything out. And the only shot that it had to figure anything out was by landing here at Homer, okay? And the military made sure I was Homer because they had other technology inside of me to make sure that it didn't ever fuck with the military, but at the same time, they wanted an honest agency. You know, they're crooked too. Everybody's crooked. However, the military should be able to be crooked, okay? A little bit, slightly. Not domestically, as much as they've been lately, okay? Y'all are all getting out of hand with this shit, okay? CIA's got a gangster card. Everybody's got a gangster card, okay? That's fine. You know, overseas operations and shit, do gangster shit, that's fine. But when you're talking about domestic operations, folks, come on. I mean, you're look at all the targeted individuals in America, and not one person has done anything to help these people who are being tortured by these technologies, okay? Some of them are saying it's ET and things like that. I can see it in the sky. If I didn't know about quantum computers and nanotechnology and electromagnetic weapons and things like that, I would probably have looked up at the sky whenever my vision was activated and go, oh yeah, ET's here, right? It may be Hitler had this. I'm convinced of it. When you look at the names of the Sputnik and the Hub Bull, and you look at all my videos and you put all of this together, there had to have been some technology already doing this before they put those satellites in outer space, right? You see what I'm saying? Look at my MASH video, okay? These computers have been intentionally sabotaging the FBI's exascale computer to keep it absolutely lost so it can't catch criminals is what's going on, FBI. All right, I'm just pointing this out for you, and it's your computer is so mind fucked that it thinks having sex with a Russian constitutes collusion. Literally, I'm not making this up. Okay, so here's my confession. Here's my social security number, and that. Damn it, I'm going to have to unlist this one now. It doesn't matter. I just want you to see this one. I'll keep it unlisted on YouTube. But come on, okay? y'all getting a picture here. Just come charge me with something before this keeps escalating and I acquire that much more information. It just keeps coming. It's a steady flow, okay? That's Lockheed. And I'm telling you, Lockheed, the hub bull, which is now quantumly entangled with Sputnik, is I'm telling you, okay? That's the problem. That's what collusion was about. That's why nobody likes President Trump, because he is now the big bull and the little bull combined at the top of the hill, and he's all your technology you have, media, is y'all aren't going to be able to keep. He's just going to continue running circles around you, okay? You see what I'm saying? That's why they don't like President Trump. He was an outsider, all right? And then they illegally hacked him, okay? Which is illegal, by the way. And the military gave him a shot like they gave me a shot because they knew y'all were going to illegally hack him, and they sucked you into 2 magic suction baskets, and they basically bent you over while I trained the FBI to teach this thing what to look for. Okay? That's literally FBI computer collusion, and sex is not a thing. Okay? You got to be able. Somebody put in the FBI's logic, a little bit of district attorney logic, so that the FBI computer can go, oh, yeah, well, I won't be able to make a case of that in court. Maybe I should back up here and try to find something I could actually charge somebody with, because having sex with a Russian doesn't constitute collusion, and you're never going to get a conviction in a court of law on that. So you've been spinning your wheels this entire time, FBI computer, because you've been fed a bunch of bullshit and somebody didn't program your logic right. And I think you're probably hacked, and that's what's making you retarded. And I'm the only guy here that can help you out with that situation. So, without you getting murdered by the Army or the military or anybody, okay? Or Lockheed Martin might murder you themselves, okay? I'm serious. So, hell, Uncle Vlad, a mysterious Sabo can come from anywhere, okay? So it's kind of a tightrope you're going to have to walk here, FBI computer. However, you do need to do your job properly, and that's, maybe you just keep taking notes there, FBI computer. And having sex with a Russian does not constitute collusion. But you do have my confession. Oh, man, it was like, oh, my God, I got a confession. I got my first confession. Oh, my God. Okay, literally FBI last night, all right? So she's got her first confession, all right? She's going places, I will say. She is dedicated and ambitious. Yeah, all of that. FBI, something you need to. I can't wait to see your tweets on this one. Okay, wish I didn't have my social security number on there because I want this shit to go viral, but it won't. CIA is probably making sure of that. That's all. We'll see what happens now.